Make it happen.
Hello?
Ben!
What's up?
What's up, man?
How's it going?
I fucking miss you, dude.
Sorry, who is this?
It's Dennis the Menace.
Oh, what's up?
It's all good, dog.
Are we doing the interview via phone now?
Yeah. Well, I mean, fucking, I don't know. Stan was trying to call you, but like whenever I give Stan
I kept
big
answering and it just said poor connection over and over again.
Yeah, that's what I figured because you're driving, I guess. It just keeps saying that we can't connect to you. It says you're unavailable.
But I thought the number calling me was Dennis's number. 516?
No, that's the Menace and the Man show number.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Now you have
we'll
this
do
is
that.
Menace's number right
yeah,
here.
this is my personal contact. So if you want to like talk at night, I'll talk to you.
Deal.
And you guys got some things to talk about now.
I
Retired
know.
life.
We're
Two high-level fighters that are now moving on to the next journey.
Absolutely.
man. Like when I saw that you were gonna retire, I was like, dude, this couldn't touch more to me than I think anybody else because, like I saw you say, like you loved wrestling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like fighting, you just so happen to be good at it because you're a competitor, and wrestling was a big aspect of fighting.
Yes.
And you can fucking make money doing it. It's a no-brainer. That's why I did it.
Absolutely. I mean, so you feel the same way as me or what?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
The thing is, getting ready for like a wrestling match, you know what, you've done it a bazillion times. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna get hurt. You're not gonna get embarrassed. You know what you know the skill level.
Well, you
of
might get embarrassed if you wrestle Jordan Burroughs in New York City.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but you weren't wrestling every day for years. Had you been wrestling every day for years, you wouldn't have gotten embarrassed by Jordan. You know what I mean? So like that was like one of those. You know, you don't fucking fist fight a man as hard as you can, trying to knock them out every single day.
Never.
Like you do in wrestling, like you try to wrestle someone your hardest every day, so you know what it's like. You know.
Was you versus Gray Manor in New York?
Sure.
Yeah, I wrestled Gray.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was 4, Ben.
Yeah.
You just gave him too much of a lead. You gassed him out at the end, but you gave him too many points up front.
Well, hang on. We talked about this. That fucker, like, he made weight before Thanksgiving. But no, I know. I'm sure you probably handle like the pressures of fighting probably better than I do because you've always had a target on your back like throughout college and high school and stuff like that. You've always been the fucking man. Like everyone was like, "Yep, I want to beat Ben Askren." I was always like the underdog. So for me, it was easy to, move up the ranks. But for you, right from the get-go, like, "Yep, I want to beat him."
Yeah, I mean, I always relished that thing, and that my wife actually just sent me a picture and said, "You did this," and I'm like, "What?" And it was a picture of that UFC had put up of like the walk to the octagon, and it's like, yeah, and she goes, "Well, how did it feel?" I never really asked you, how did it feel? It's like, I loved it. If you told me I didn't have to train that I could do that once a week, I'm fucking in.
Yeah.
I mean, I love to compete. I relish that opportunity, and my mindset, which I thought was really healthy, was always, dude, we're in this wrestling room 12 months a year, and I might get the opportunity to compete maybe 40 times. And so, if I only get to show you 40 times, but I've been working on it all year, I better put my best foot forward. And then, fighting, it's terrible. You get to fight 3 times a year.
Right.
I mean, one time in 10 years, I fought 4 times. But a lot of times I fought less than 3 times. And so, you relish those opportunities to get out there and show everyone what you've been working on. So I always love that. I know obviously I'm going to miss it, but that's something at some point everyone has to walk away from.
Yeah, it's tough. I remember like the first 2 months after I retired. Well, I mean, I actually retired like twice, but one time I didn't tell anybody. After I lost to what was that guy's name? Rick Glenn.
Yeah.
Because
hey, that's my buddy.
Yeah, before that fight, I'm like, yo, if I lose, because that was my 4th loss in a row. before that fight, I'm
Damn.
like, if I lose this fight, I'm retiring. This guy has no business beating me. And I went out there. I fought him. I thought for sure I won the fight. Like, my corner came in like, dude, you did just what you needed to do to win the fight. Cool. Then they're like, you lose. And I was like, fuck this. Fuck this sport. Fuck him. I'm done with this shit. And I sat home for like 2 months. And I was like, fuck, like, I'm done with this shit. I'm not fucking fighting anymore. And then I had some like lady problems happen in my life. I'm like, someone's getting fucked up. I'm gonna do one more.
You know what?
I'm gonna do one more.
I'm back now.
Yeah. And I ended on the dub, and I'm fucking done with it. But, you know.
So, what do you do full time now?
I'm actually a lineman apprentice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm climbing poles. I'm working poles to keep people turned on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to comment too hard on that because that would be pretty easy to knock that one out of the park.
Well, no, like keep people turned on, their lights on. You know?
I got.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
the pole.
I think what you said at multiple meetings.
Yeah, well, he's stripping at night, so that's like he's got a couple things going right now.
I
Yeah.
could buy it.
Yeah, and then hopefully, you know, this podcast potentially blows up. I can just hang out. You know, how is your podcast doing?
Well, I have multiple podcasts. Currently, I have a crypto podcast and an MMA podcast on the Rockspin channel, which that's kind of probably where you guys should go. I don't know where you guys are at or who you guys have sponsored, but that'd be a great opportunity for you. That was founded by Rockspin was founded by the guy Martin Floriani who founded Flow Sports. It's too long of a story to tell you guys over this interview, but
Yeah,
either way, that'd be a great opportunity for you guys.
for sure.
And then my other one is the Brutus Wrestling Podcast, which is on YouTube, iTunes, the regular stuff. I do that for Brutus, the wrestling company. That's go well. I like all of it. You know, I get to talk about things I enjoy. It's probably something I would do for free if I didn't have the opportunity to get paid for it. Also, so man, I thoroughly enjoy all of it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So you're big in the crypto, huh?
Yeah, I see it. I think there's no doubt to me that it's the future, and I don't know how soon it's going to be the future. It's just going to be the future, right? If it takes
Got you.
2 years, if it takes 10 years, and that's what a lot of people say. You know, Bitcoin's now been around. I think it had its 11th birthday, maybe a month ago, and it's like, well, how long did the internet take to become commonplace?
Right.
And, you know, the answer is quite a while. How long did phones take to become commonplace? Cars, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And these things take a while because essentially if crypto becomes commonplace, it means it unseats the current world financial system, the banks, et cetera. And a lot of people are going to be very upset about that. And I think people have a tighter bond to their money than most other things. You know, hopping on the internet versus, you know, watching television, well, you're not invested too much, right? You can do that. Then, you know, I would venture to guess most people in America probably watch some form of the internet, right? Whether it's Netflix or Hulu or their phone more than they watch regular cable television today. But then when you're talking about where you can put your money, now that's extra emotional for certain people.
Yeah.
For a lot of, I mean, for everybody. I'll say for everybody.
Because I'm pretty sure Jesse Jansen has like a good amount of money in like crypto.
Yeah, Jesse's a very intelligent crypto guy who was there early into Bitcoin. I wish I was in as early as Jesse was in.
When I first heard about like Bitcoin, it was at like 2,500. I wish I bought it then.
Yeah.
Oh, you fucked up.
I
Yeah.
know.
Well, Phil obviously made money. Phil Baroni made a lot of money with Bitcoin, and then my one friend Space Monkey.
There's no way. Phil's lying. You guys are full of shit.
No.
Yeah,
There's no way
dude,
Phil
he lives in
does that.
Thailand. What do you
No,
mean?
back in the day, won
You see
championship.
this guy on Twitter? He's a dumb stuff. There's no way Phil owns any Bitcoin.
Bro, won championship, paid him in Bitcoin back in the day.
Dude, no, they didn't. You guys are eating one of Phil's lines.
I'm
First
not.
Of all, if Phil didn't
Bro.
get paid, it wasn't very much. Second of all, when one champion was paying him, they were paying him in cash. I mean, you guys remember I fought for one champion for 4 years. Our friends
Yeah,
in
for
Florida.
years.
They didn't pay him in Bitcoin. You're full of shit.
No, he got paid in Bitcoin back in like
He
2011.
did not get paid in Bitcoin.
100%.
You are lying. One championship didn't exist in 2011.
Then it was, what was the other one?
Stan, abort.
No, he got paid in Bitcoin.
You saw it?
Phil Baroni did fight for one championship, I believe, in 2013 or maybe 2014, possibly. And he did not get paid in Bitcoin. The owner of one championship is actually staunchly against Bitcoin. He doesn't like it. So I can almost guarantee you that didn't happen.
Okay. Then it
I'm going to
wasn't.
go ahead and guarantee. I feel like I shouldn't be guaranteeing because I wasn't there, but just knowing how they operate, they would never pay anyone in Bitcoin.
If your last fight you could have got paid in Bitcoin or some kind of currency, cryptocurrency, would you have rather that versus transfer money into your bank account?
I mean, I don't think so. I see it as regular money, right? And for most people, they would say, and it's probably everybody, you shouldn't put a large portion of your wealth into cryptocurrency, right?
Right.
At this point, yeah, it's volatile. Yeah, it's very volatile.
Now putting some of your money in there, say 5%, 10%, your net wealth, probably a good idea. But putting 50% in or putting very large sums of money, especially say if you're talking about a fight first, I haven't paid taxes on that yet. I get my money, I got to go pay taxes, right? Probably 30 to 40%. So putting 100% of it into Bitcoin and then watching it fluctuate. I mean, if it was November of 2017, which was my last fight in one championship, that would have been fantastic because it would have turned into 2 to 3x of what it was.
Yeah.
But in the case that it was on the downturn and I haven't paid taxes, right there for it.
Because cryptocurrency is essentially.
I can't believe you bought Phil's bullshit about one championship paying him.
Bro, if it wasn't one, then it was Dream.
Lie.
If it wasn't one, it was Dream. One of the Japanese Asian companies.
I want to see the receipts. I want to see. You go find Alex Jones and get me the document.
Yeah.
I'll ask him to produce receipts. I know he bought a strip club and a grape farm with his Bitcoin money.
Really?
Bro, now he lives the fucking dream. He moved to Thailand. He has money.
You're buying all of Phil's lines, aren't you?
No, not at all. I call bullshit on a lot of his stuff. But that I'm going to believe because of the financials that he produces. But then even my other boy, he started mining Bitcoin. He bought like the miners.
Who?
My friend in Rhode Island. His name is Space Monkey.
Oh, nice.
He's an old school Hensel Gracie guy. He started mining Bitcoin, and he makes like ranges from hooking it up to his electric, whatever, and having the machines. He makes like $200 a day.
Yeah.
$50 to $200 a day for doing nothing.
I don't get that. How do you mine an
Now that's now we're way down the rabbit hole. You don't even need to go. We don't.
Yeah,
need to
it's
go
a whole.
Yeah.
I don't fully comprehend all the. I mean, I kind of get a very surface level understanding of the mining, but yeah, then you're down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
The easiest way to understand it to me was it's like a computer that just generates Bitcoin transactions and makes money for you.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, why Bitcoin is so safe and so fair is right. No one owns Bitcoin, so it's decentralized. So there's all these nodes all over the world, which any one of them can then look at the ledger, the blockchain. They can look at the ledger and verify transactions. And so, they race to verify transactions and they get rewarded based on that, essentially.
So Ben Askren will never work a normal job.
Oh, I can't foresee that happening.
Have you ever worked a normal job?
I painted in the summer of 1998.
And that's it.
I was a college coach, but I did other stuff also.
Okay.
For 4 years, I coached collegiate, but I was fighting. I was competing wrestling-wise. I wasn't doing just that.
And then I was talking to Stan a while ago, and I was like, I definitely started fighting before Ben Askren because I think I know more than jiu-jitsu or something like that. And he's like, no. And then he looked it up, and I think we started. Actually, you started
Ben started before you.
When did you?
I was February of 2009.
Yeah, I started in July, I think, or June.
And even I feel like Ben started jiu-jitsu because I actually was around you back in like 2008 when you went to American Top Team when you were still a wrestler.
Oh, okay. So that was like, so I wrestled in 2008 a little bit and I decided to make the transition. So I was at American Top Team in December of 2008.
Yeah,
wow.
That's literally when I moved to Florida because I remember you being there and being like, oh, shit. Everyone was like, no, that's Ben Askren.
Oh, hang on. This is the perfect guy to talk to. Bo Nickal versus Gordan Ryan is going down.
Yeah.
I know they tried to.
I think it's easy. I think if Bo takes him down, he's going to get submitted. I know you take away Gordon's whole leg lock arsenal, which is some of his best stuff.
Right.
I would foresee him getting submitted. I mean, if I'm Bo, I can't foresee Gordan Ryan being able to actually take him down. Like, actually get a takedown.
Now,
so if I'm Bo, I'm going to fucking stall it out for whatever time and take him down in 20 seconds. We'll have to win.
but the thing is, so Gordan Ryan, I mean, obviously he's got an ego. He's fucking one of the best world champions in the, jiu-jitsu community.
Yeah,
but he's been working with my homie Kyle Sermonero. You know Kyle.
You mean Gordon has a big...
Yeah. Sir.
Big Serm.
Yeah. So I would imagine Ryan Gordon's going to go out there and, like, see where he's at in the wrestling.
Yeah, but he can't take down Bo.
He's definitely going to try, and I like that. That's going to be interesting for me.
Doesn't mean he can. He can't take Bo down. If Bo doesn't want to get taken down,
right,
he can't take him down.
And then worst case scenario, he just taps him out on the ground after Bo takes him down.
Yeah, like...
I think if Bo takes him down, and if Bo takes him down and there's a significant amount of time left, he's going to get subbed.
Well, the way I know I saw Chael recently say it, they changed the rules a little bit.
Right.
So no leg lock. It's basically...
there's no leg locks at all.
And there's points.
Which, whatever, that's not fair. I could deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an old school Naga match. So basically, Bo could take him down, put his knee in his ass, and he could just break his guard and keep standing up, making him get up. He'll beat him 20-0.
I don't.
Yeah, but Bo's got almost no submission training. I mean, very, very minimal, right? So I would have to imagine Bo's going to be able to get a takedown if he wants to. I would have to imagine that Gordon will be creative enough to, as he's getting taken down, or as Bo's in his guard, to be able to execute on something.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. Now, because you've been through everything Bo's maybe thinking about getting into, what do you think is the best move for Bo? He's not. I should do it.
I should do it immediately. He's waiting. He's waiting a year and a half. Not the end of the world. He wants to try to make it a little bit team.
Right. I
said I would have went right away after college if I was him. And the other thing I don't really love, and I actually advised him against this, but they're opening a gym at State College because he's comfortable there and his friends there and he wants to stay there. And that's not saying he couldn't do that eventually, especially once he gets established. He could do something like that, but in the short term, I think going to a better camp would be a much better option for him because you just have access to so many other people, right? You go to a big camp, you're going to have access to all kinds of people to learn from, jiu-jitsu-wise, striking-wise, and then maybe once you're older and you're more established, you can go do your own thing. But in the beginning, I don't think that's the best course of action.
Now, do you think there's something behind, let's say he goes to AKA or I don't know, one of these bigger gyms and gets fucked up. Do you think he'll be like, maybe this isn't for me?
He's not going to get fucked up. He's not going to get fucked up.
I agree with you because he's a fucking competitor.
Yeah, he's a man's man. He's going to get in and fight somebody.
Yeah, I'll throw it back to even I'll say Ben, and even I'll throw it back to Mark Kerr. There's sometimes a grappling style has a natural affinity for jiu-jitsu or submissions.
But worst case, if you're sparring, worst case scenario, if you're a great wrestler, you could at least take someone down. You can beat up, you take them down. I mean, I remember I went to AKA my first year of fighting, and I was like, okay, I'll just stand up with these guys because hey, that's probably what I should do to get better at that. And obviously they were getting the better of me. And Daniel Cormier was there. He's like, man, why don't you take him down? I'm like, while I'm sparring, I'm like, Daniel, tell me where do I stand up? Fucking leave me alone. He's like, man, take him down. Take him down. Let's go. I'm like, all right, fine. Cool, man. And then I can hit a takedown whenever I want. Even against pretty good guys. So, you always have that in your back pocket as well.
Yeah, well, even that, when I lived in Florida and everyone was like, oh, no, that's Ben Askren. I'm like, I didn't know wrestling like that. I'm like, who the fuck's Ben Askren? They're like, nah, he's the wrestler. He's the guy in wrestling.
Yeah.
And then I saw that you were transferring to MMA, and then that's why I knew that you started before Menace. I was like, nah, I think, and that's what I wonder about. I wonder about Bo Nickal, though, too. Has he done some jiu-jitsu? Yeah, he's probably done a little bit or even enough jiu-jitsu.
A tiny bit, yeah.
Hang on, but the thing is Aaron Pico should be.
He's probably a 205 pounder, so that is not as deep of a weight class as a lot of the other ones. So that's probably going to benefit him as well.
He's probably naturally more athletic than 90% of those guys at 205.
And there's just not a lot of good guys there. A lot of great athletes in that weight class playing football or basketball.
Yeah, but going off of an elite wrestler gone MMA, Aaron Pico is not what
I don't know why
and
Pico can't figure it out.
And
I
he's
don't
in
know.
a great gym, and he's fucking a good boxer. I'm like, does he just have bad luck? Because I mean, that's a real thing in the sport.
I think he should focus more on his striking defense.
Yeah, he just keeps getting caught.
When you see him striking offensively, he's fucking dynamic. He crushes people, but then he leaves himself open to take those shots. And with a 16-ounce boxing glove, that doesn't hurt you very bad. But with a 4-ounce MMA glove, it's a totally different story.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I got to run. You guys should get on the Rockfin Network. Check it out. Dennis, send me a message if you want to talk more about it. And
Fuck
then,
yeah.
I will talk to you guys later.
All right, bro. Thank you, man.
You're the man, Ben. Thank you for the time.
Love me some Ben.
Yeah, we kept him way longer than he expected. He had till 6 o'clock, so I think he's late for whatever he was doing.
Well, the thing is, we were talking about things he fucking really likes to talk about. We were like, oh, Ben, like, so you're retired. What, he's probably the questions he, like,
well, I didn't want to go there
hears.
because all week he had, like, retirement questions and whatnot.
I wanted to go even deeper with him, but I was just like, I don't know. I can't really. I feel like that's somewhere I'd be, like, sitting in the room with him, drinking a beer, and then.
Well, I knew that you needed that little conversation with him.
Yeah, I feel like I got pushed into it. And also, I feel like he was just like, oh, okay, ask me about retirement. He wasn't like, hey, how was you? You know what I mean? It was,
But nah, like we always say, he's a good egg, Ben Askren.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
It sucks that the video wasn't working. It was definitely his internet. It was the fact that he was in his car driving.
I would have liked to see that mug.
We saw it for like 2 seconds. It was pitch black dark, so it wouldn't have been that great of video.
Okay.
But and he was driving somewhere. I think he's driving to teach, and like we wanted to ask him that, but we'll get him on again one day. But like
I was about to ask him about his gym and shit. Like
he's getting hip surgery.
Oh, word.
Oh, you didn't see any of that?
No.
He has to get that's why he retired. He has to get major hip surgery.
Oh.
So he was like, like the training, I'm a little fucked up. So like, and even I think he alluded a little bit. He's like, if I have to train more than one day, I feel like his last couple fights, like obviously they were tough. Masvidal, he wasn't training the way he needed to because he had hip problems. So at this point, he's like, 2 losses in a row. The next fight's going to be a tough guy, too, because my name value, and I have hip problems. I can't really train for it, so I got to figure out what I'm doing. And then even he posted, like, I know he did an interview with, I think, TMZ, and he said, like, good news that he heard today or yesterday was that he was on the hip surgery was going to take him out, and he couldn't even wrestle anymore. And then he heard today that there's other people that have gotten the same surgery he needs that now wrestle. So at least work out.
Yeah.
So he'll be able to at least continue wrestling, training, and training other people, not competing. And you heard him. He'll miss competing at some point. I'm sure you miss competing, but at the same time, then you weigh the options. You're like, all right, I'm good,
Well, what it is like when I used to compete, the victory was sweet because of all the work that I put in to get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's almost like when you win, that win feels better than all that hard work you did.
Yeah. Sacrifice.
Yeah. Nowadays, for me, it's like, man, I feel like that win, and I look back at like all the hard work I did and like how much that hurt, and I'm like, I feel like that outweighs the victory. You know what I mean?
And so, yeah, Ben is the only guy. So I think there's only like fucking 3 people, and Ben's one of them every time that kicks us off the phone.
Well, no, because he's like, yo,
busy as fuck.
You have 15 minutes. Here's your 15 minutes.
Well, no, he gave us like a half hour, and even more than that because we were supposed to get him at 6:45. But even usually people like Bedford, everyone winds up on I tell them 10:15, you tell them 10:15. We wind up on the FaceTime or phone, whatever, with them for like an hour because we're just talking, broing out. Ben's that guy. He's got too much shit. He's got a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
And he's business.
Yeah.
And I fuck with that.
Yeah.
So, big fan of Ben Askren.
Like, I'm definitely like, I don't know, if he falls off the map for, in the MMA world or the wrestling world somehow. I'm still hitting up Ben Askren like, yo, you want to shoot the shit?
No chance.
Yeah, he's too smart.
Too smart.
Yeah, he's got too much knowledge and like wisdom. Like Chael, like he's out of the fight.
Even that was something I wanted to
fight game, but
Chael's podcast is amazing. Right. That's something I wanted to compliment Ben on. I haven't listened to his crypto podcast yet, but I listened to him and his podcast that he does with the guy Front Row Brian, and it's fucking good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And Ben is similar to Chael in that he just spits out some shit, and then you're like, oh, all right.
Damn.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I could see that. That makes sense. That makes sense. I fuck with that.
Yeah, you need to get more like that, Stan.
I'm trying.
No, yeah.
You know who needs to get more like that? You.
I have good analogies.
Do you?
Yeah, every once in a while.
Sometimes.
Sometimes it's every once in a while, Stan.